TC, Spiritual Shepherd. Welcome back, guys. Today we are getting into consciousness. Consciousness. There are levels and scales of consciousness. Just like the Pink Floyd picture where you see the prism, when you shine light through a prism, it creates a rainbow. A rainbow of colors. These are known as the 7 colors. The 7 notes before the octave. Oct meaning 8. Okay. Also, the 7 planes of existence, or different types of things like this. Now, there are 7 different wavelengths, okay? And in these different wavelengths, you operate on different wavelengths. I know this sounds weird, but it determines which reality that you are in based on the wavelength that you are emitting from your rainbow auric field. This is called the bioluminescent field. It is proven in science. So take it up with them. One big thing about this is we're going to get into the war on consciousness and how people actually pollute and dilute your energy or your consciousness or your bodily bioluminescence. Body meaning bio. So how they dilute and pollute your bioluminescent, and then your bioluminescence, and then how they feed on that, how they cultivate that. So the energy does go somewhere. Where does it go? It goes towards what has the most attention and the most focus. So when they put something in your field of vision, when they put something into your environment and your experience and your entertainment, when a multitude of people are watching it and believing it, okay, and then that is where the energy goes. And what they're going to ultimately do is to pollute and dilute your energy into a lower vibration, so then you give up your higher vibrational energy to those types of things, so they have more than enough energy to be able to continuously put you in delusions and illusions and disillusionment. Okay, so this is a real thing. You should know this by now. You should know this by now. If you don't already know it, you should know this by now. Now let's get into it. Now, this does take away from the fact of organic or raw or certain things, but I did create this a little while back, but I want you guys to understand this. Feed them a lactose diet, okay? Feed them a grain-fed meat diet. Feed them bread and gluten. Feed them genetically modified foods. Not a high pH, balanced or alkaline or anabolic diet. I want you to go into all of those. I said grain-fed, okay? I said lactose-filled. Okay, so there's a multitude of different things. Sugar-based, high sugars, corn, soy, gluten, fried foods, all of these things, terrible for the body. Okay, they strip away gardens. They tell you you have lawns. Okay, give the people fluoridated and chlorinated water to drink. Feed them acidic foods and acidic drinks. Okay, treat men just like 2 simple things, like they're the third leg and they're a piggy bank. Treat women like they're objects or trophies. I'm not saying that this is what we should be doing, but this is what does happen. Make them believe that they aren't already whole and complete, and then advertise to them as if they need things to feel prettier, to be better, that they need something outside of themselves. They are teaching the opposite of stoicism. That's ultimately how people advertise, is they do it the opposite of stoicism. The only thing that I am teaching you is to go back to yourself. That's it. That's all I'm giving you. So if you know how to go back to yourself, then why the fuck do you need me? Now, I can teach you different ways and different hacks of what I've learned, and that is where I would monetize that, okay? Extremes: turn women into sluts and then yet shame them. Turn men into assholes. Make drugs legal. Okay, so alcohol and all of these different things are completely legal, but the things that will expand your consciousness, your consciousness and your conscientiousness, okay, your Christ consciousness, it'll expand all these things. Those things are illegal and they're demonized. Okay. Make them easily available for the masses. So alcohol is, everyone does it. The only fucking real ones don't drink alcohol because we ain't little fucking bitches. We're not fucking bitches. That's why. I'm like, why? And we don't justify and placate and be complacent like, oh, well, it's Friday and this fucking thing. It's like, dude, your body is the temple of God. That's the only type of thing that I have to tell you. Your body is the temple of God, and alcohol is poison. It's a demon. It's a demon spirit. That's what alcohol is. It's Arabic, which is one of the original languages. Hebrew, Arabic, Egyptian hieroglyphs, they're very close. Aramaic, those are all very close. So when I say that Arabic it's alcohol, okay, that means that it is a demon flesh-eating spirit. That's why they call it spirits. And then they name it after dead people, like Saint Germain. And they name it the jinn. Go check out, what is jinn? A jinn spirit, the jinn spirit. Look into jinn, what a djinn is. And many other different things. Like, people are fucking stupid. That's why. People are stupid. They're not educated. And then they project it onto me. Oh, you're just acting fucking crazy. Oh, you're just extreme. You're just... Fine. Get the fuck out of my life. I don't want people who placate their entire fucking lives. Make drugs legal, easily available for the masses. The only thing that's stopping you is all of your fucking dopamine. You're a dope fiend. You're a vape fiend. You're an alcohol fiend. And then you think that these things are some sense of rite of passage to be a fucking man or a woman or to be fucking cool. You make porn and pornification top priority on the internet. It's still the number one fucking business on the internet. That's fucking absurd that we are teaching this in our movies, in our music. We're teaching rape culture. You guys are teaching all these different types of things in our music and in our movies and all this type of shit. But then you guys say, oh, we want equality. Well, we want respect for women. It's like, well, then let's first start with the fucking music. Let's start with the fucking movies. That these things are not okay to teach people into their experiences and into their visuals, into their visual cortexes. Let's teach people what we must become and how we must live. Why don't we teach that? Why don't the news teach joy and peace and love? Why don't we teach people, oh, well, this couple actually fucking hugged it out today and actually figured some shit out? Why don't we ever teach that? That's a big thing that you have to ask. Okay, here's a big thing, guys. Separate, divide, and conquer. Separate, divide, and conquer. This is their tactics. This is a war tactic, and it's stupid as fuck, but it makes sense. But you have to see between the lines. You have to read between the lines. Separate the rich and the poor. Make the richer richer and the poorer poorer. Separate the black from the white. Separate the women from the men. Okay? Rap and sing about rape, assault, guns, drugs, and alcohol in all modernized media. Put it in 440 hertz, not in 432 hertz to cause chaos. There's his proof. Put it into progressive tempo. Progressive tempo meaning progressions. And then simple drum and beat snares between 80 beats per minute and 140 beats per minute to project fear, worry, hurry, and anxiety. Let me say that one more fucking time for the fucking stupid ass people in the back. Put it in simple drum and snare beat from 80 beats per minute to 140 beats per minute to project fear, worry, hurry, and anxiety. Tell people that they need to buy everything, including food that is naturally grown from God, such as grapes and apples and pears and everything like this. The only thing that we should pay for is somebody who will help build more. But if everybody had a fucking garden, all this food would be free, you stupid fuck. Water, housing. We need better water housing, utilities, just to be able to live. Here's the thing. You tell people that we need to do these different types of things. Well, why do you fluoridate and put heavy metals and chlorine and rust into our fucking waters? Okay? Why don't we colonize our waters? Negative reverse ionize our waters. That's what we must fund. That's what we must fund, guys. Inflate the dollar so it's so weak and then useless, and then teach people that they don't even understand what inflation and deflation of the dollar really fucking means because they're not strong enough in their financial literacy. And so you are broke and almost have no currency or resource to be able to wield. Put violence and crime and disease, the only things on news media outlets. Have only 6 companies own all media stations. Deplete the ground of fertilization and soil and soul. Fertile, fertilization, creation. You deplete the ground of creation and soul from excessive negative animal agriculture. I said that correctly because there's free roaming chicken. I'm a carnivore now for a reason, because it actually helps by defunding, I guess you could say, these factories that promote veganism, corn and soy and fucking gluten, pasta and rice and all this bullshit. Put violence, crime, disease, the only news media outlets. Have 6 companies own all media stations. Deplete the ground of fertilization and soil from the excessive animal agriculture. Animals are not even agriculture. They are animals. Agriculture is agriculture. Animals are animals. They're not connected. Burn the rainforest down. So people who burn the rainforest down whitewash all media and make the collective consciousness believe that melanated beings are minorities and not priorities. You're not Haitian. You're not African. You're not Black American. You're not any of these types of things. That's melanin. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. When we come together, that's what happens. That's what happens. Separation, division, divide and conquer. Oh, this person's Haitian. Oh, this person's South American. This person's Dominican. This person's Puerto Rican. This person's Taino. This person is African. This person's African American. This person's Black American. Why do we put all these different separations on these different types of things? I get it. But also, if you guys are so fucking against going against the man, let's fucking do it. You guys are all one being. You guys are all melanin. You guys are all melanin. You guys hold light. You guys can literally hold light from the sun. You are sun beings. You are 9 ether beings. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, they whitewash all the media. I mean, you guys already fucking know this, and anybody who's melanated is fucking the help and all this shit in every fucking thing. That's fucking crazy. Plant your cities on top of sacred lands, on top of sacred sites, on top of ley lines, sacred sites. And then also the same fucking thing about national forests. Protecting national forests, those are where fucking spiritual portal beings live. And you can't destroy those things because they will they will defend their lands. Treat the communities like factories and chattel slavery and cattle, and you guys are in wage slavery, and you guys are in the fucking matrix, and you guys are like, I want to escape the matrix. The only thing you want to do is you want to boast about your fucking materialism. Escaping the matrix is living a life you've never fucking lived because you've always been in the fucking matrix. Do you see me yet? Do you see me yet? Have you grown a garden? Have you built solar? Have you built clean water? Have you helped somebody other than your fucking self? Have you done anything other than try to look good to attract fucking women? Or have you just tried to be so fucking good that you just naturally attract a woman? It's about you, but it's also more about everybody else. You have to do the self-development work, but then it gets to a point where you can only do so much self-development work until you decide to help somebody else. Are you gonna be fucking 40 and still be, oh, I'm doing me? That's so fucking stupid. Plant your cities on top of sacred lands or sacred sites. You know, send people on the Trail of Tears, run people out of their homes. Use politics to divide and conquer people. There's more than just 2 belief systems. It's not choice. It's actually the illusion of having a choice or the lack of choice. It's actually saying, oh, there's only 2 ways to choose. No, there's fucking 50 choices. There's an unlimited amount of choices. Choices can be based on feeling. We've already fucking proven this. Okay. And there's an unlimited amount of thoughts that you can have. It could be thought based. So you can make choices based on what you think and what you feel. Okay. There's an unlimited amount of ways of feeling. You can feel happy that you're sad. You can feel sad that you're happy. You can feel happy that you're happy. You can feel joyful that you're joyful. There is compound positive psychology and compound positive emotionality. Okay, let's keep going. So there is more than just two choices. There is. That is the lack of choice, actually. Indoctrinate the schools and the youth with lies so people will never know their true histories. They will never know their true names. Remove all people, remove their quotes, remove their lifestyles, remove their names from the public forums and stand and then you say you stood against tyranny. I find it so interesting. You guys use disease as a means of currency, not as a means of learning how to heal. You guys don't fucking talk about holistic Ayurvedic medicine, but the first thing that you want to fucking do is you want to pop a pill. You want to take some Xanax. You want to take some Ritalin. You want to take some Adderall, but you don't want to fucking smoke. But you don't want to smoke. But you don't want to. But you don't want to educate yourself about supplements. They're complements. They're complements. They're not just supplements. They're both, if you know what you're talking about. You don't want to get into herbs. You don't want to get into Eastern medicine because you've been taught that yoga's evil. That's psychotic. You're living in psychosis. That's fucking crazy. Because about Eastern medicine, Jesus came from the East. Okay? The sun rises in the East, sets in the West. So he came from the East, sets in the West. We're from the West. You don't even know what this life is about. You think that you know what this life is about. You don't even understand vibration. You don't even understand pianos. You don't understand light. So I encourage you guys to just shut the fuck up and stop thinking that you know it all. The crazy thing is I'll get comments all the time. Well, you seem like a know-it-all. You seem like you're arrogant. Maybe it's because people fucking talk way too much out of their ass. And then I have to fucking come in here extra stern for people. But if you guys really know me, that's not who I am. I'm a very, very chill person. Okay? Use disease as a means of currency rather than a means of learning how to heal. Subdue people with drugs and medication and then indoctrinate them to say that yoga, bro, I just said this, and then indoctrinate them to say that yoga, meditation, breathwork, and herbology is demonic. Have people think that they vote and have any rights in the first place at all to vote for what they even believe in, but actually you really just have an electoral college make all of your voted property. Sees there's a ruling class and there's a working class. Think about it. What is a bank? A river bank. It controls the cash flow. Hopefully you guys see me yet. Have people think that they vote and have any rights at all to even vote in the first place for what they believe in, or they just have an electoral college to make all of their voted. Seize everybody's property. Free energy inventions of Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci. You have to eradicate any type of wokeness or awakeness or awareness. Did you guys know that the 5D awakening hashtag has been completely banned on platforms because people have caused such a profound awakening and promoted such a profound awakening amongst people? They've created produce and production because we are produce. We are fruits of the vine. We have the great vine, and by our fruit we shall be rewarded, and by our fruit we shall be seen. By our fruit we shall be recognized. The 7 seals are the 7 chakras. The 7 seals of revelation are the 7 chakras to be revealed. Once you open those wheels, once you open those seals, what happens is you are revealed. You have a revelation. You are revealed. God reveals himself to you. Albert Einstein. Oh, here's the thing too. Cannot drive, cannot live and feel in a higher paradigm of reality, have wars on oils and fossil fuels, even though there's free energy, even though there's, check this out. There is wireless light. Wireless light. Wireless light. There is wireless light. Why do we have lights that are plugged in? Why do we have all of these cords and all of these things that are always like standing up? Why don't we have wireless light? Why don't we have more AC rather than DC? Alternating current rather than direct current. Direct current is like this. It's straight. Alternating current's like this. Ask my brother. Demoralize women. Demoralize men. Strip morals from children before age 7. Have quotes like, I want slaves and workers. I don't want thinkers. Bro. Falsely educate them to bargain and not trade. To give away their time for dollars, for paper that you just continuously continue to print. But you guys want to be like, oh, TC, you're fucking crazy. Yeah, I am fucking crazy. It's great to be crazy in a place that is so neurotic, in a place that is so neurotic and so filled with psychosis, to be so outlandish and to not be like the normal and to not be like the normalized grain and to be these different types of things. If you are not like everybody else in a world that, rewards drug use and in a giant prison, you are the free one. You are the free one if you are the crazy one. I find it very interesting. This is in conclusion. My notes are done. I find it very interesting that when you hear something that you've never heard before, because they look different, they're a different gender, they're a different color, they're a different whatever, that you would question yourself. I think it's time that we look at the spirit. The spirit beneath is the one thing that connects all of us, despite whatever. Now, some people have more spirit. Some people have less spirit. Do you guys see me yet? Do you guys see me yet? Some people have no spirit. Some people are NPCs. Some people have a full spirit. They're enlightened beings. Enlightenment. In light, inner light in the mind. They have completely brought light into their minds. They have pure minds. They are renewed by their minds. Their thoughts are renewed. They have been born again inside. You must be internally born again. The body is the temple. If the body's the temple, then why the fuck do you keep eating McDonald's? If the body's the temple, then why do you keep trying to destroy it when you vape? If the body is the temple, and it is, then why do you burn trees? Why do you kill innocents? Because you are inherently not connected to the temple. You are something else. It has been what do you call it? Hijacked. A lot of people's minds are hijacked. People are POSs and NPCs and SIMPs and a bunch of different issues like this. So, to conclude this, guys, I know that this is, definitely a deep thing, but this is where you get the real news, okay? This is consciousness. This is the war on consciousness, but there is the positive aspect of this. So if you want to take the positive aspect of this, listen to this video again. And then when you listen to this video again and again and again, you will start to see the opposites of these things. So building more communities, living more naturally, living more sustainably, creating a better ozone, all these different types of things. We can cultivate these things. Okay? And we have to teach people that you are a living being. You are not. You are not a piece of paper. You are not a certificate. You are not your signature. You are not your name. You are not what you're born into. You are what you choose to be if you feel like that is necessary and you feel like that is your calling. I am what I choose to be. I am who I choose to be on a day by day, on a moment by moment basis, which is the best version of myself for the Most High, who the only person that I ever answered to, the only being I ever answered to, the only energetic being I ever answered to. Because it's an interpersonal relationship, and the interpersonal relationship is just so strong and so devout and so powerful that people who are on a lower spectrum, who think it's outside of themselves, don't understand. That's fine. I don't care that you don't understand me. I overstand myself. I am standing over myself like, wow, I'm looking from a third's eye point of view. A bird's eye point of view. I'm looking at an out-of-body experience, looking from my spirit. I am eradicating what the TC and the names and all of these different labels are. Being the best being in this now, in this life, presently. Peace, much love, namaste. Check out my book in the description, guys. Check out the Neville Collection. Check out this one. This is fantastic. It talks about the law of assumption. It gets into all of these different types of correlations between the law of assumption and the law of attraction in the Bible. There's over 400 verses of the law of assumption and the law of attraction in the Bible, talking about light, talking about dark room, talking about meditation, talking about breath work, talking about meditating on my flesh and eradicating the flesh, and not drinking, being of sober mind, and fasting, not just saying I'm not going to do one thing, but actually really going into where you're not eating or not drinking. There are levels to this thing, guys. There are levels to this. It's not just, placating and justifying your entire life. You are not the judicial branch of your life. There is a way to live and a way not to live. And that's why there's a ruling class, and that's why there's a working class, because the working class has to work for it. They still have to put in the work. The ruling class has already done the work. They've already put in the work, and now they've delegated more work, so then they can just continue to rule. Peace, much love, namaste. Talk soon. This is a good one, guys. Later.